his bag.
Perfect.
Yeah, but you're just now
Coming to you live from the basement of an abandoned training facility where we talk about fighting, training, and events. It's the Fight Mixer Show, where you can hear about all the local and world combat sports happenings. Get ready. It's time to gear up and square up because we're going live on the Fight Mixer Show.
It's a great Wednesday at Fight Mixer at the podcast. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing?
Doing good.
How are you, Mr. Gabe? I think it's a little bit laggy with Mr. Gabe. It's okay. It's all good. Mr. Gabe is here. All I need to do is just stare at that winner's face, that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, former world champion, UFC veteran. All I gotta do is stare at his face. And we can lag all day long, all right? Mr. Gabe is here. All I need is his presence. You know what I'm saying?
yes, it is.
So, gentlemen.
No, it's not.
Let's talk about the pink elephant in the room. Conor McGregor, I was just reading. Got arrested again. He's finally been arraigned. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, that's the selling point. That's the selling point for sure.
So, what do you guys think about Conor McGregor?
Apparently, trying to fix things.
That's okay.
So
That's okay.
What exactly happened with Conor McGregor?
So, Conor McGregor apparently showed his dick to a newlywed couple, and now he's getting arrested. I was reading like brief snippets of it, and apparently he flashed his dick or something, and like it. I don't know why Conor cannot stay out of trouble. I do not know what is going on with this guy. I have no idea. I have no fucking idea what's going on with Conor McGregor right now. It's mind-boggling.
I think you sometimes these people feel like they're untouchable. So,
What are you saying, Dave? If there's a lag, I do apologize. Mr. Gabe is having internet trouble, and he's the man, so he can have all the internet trouble he wants. But, yeah, so Conor McGregor, I was saying this on like a previous podcast where John Jones, it absolutely comes down to people feeling they're untouchable. And I met John Jones. John Jones is a great guy. But, when you're around yes men, when you have all yes men in your corner, when you have all yes men around you 24/7, 365, and nobody around to say, dude, you're fucking up your life. I think as an adult in your 20s and 30s, you need to have at least 4 or 5 confidants that you can go to that will say, hey, man, you're fucking up. You need somebody that give you constructive criticism. And I feel guys like John Jones, Conor McGregor do not have those guys in their corner. Do not have those guys telling them, stop showing your dick to newlywed couples. Stop fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just why throw away all your talent?
I think honestly, like the first time getting in trouble with the UFC, after being in the UFC, you get in trouble like that, they should assign you a babysitter. It should be in the contract.
It's unfucking believable, and it's not. NFL very seldomly nowadays has this problem. Well, a couple like Aaron Hernandez. I think you recall that gentleman. NFL team sports very rarely, very seldomly have this problem because you have your teammates, you have to be accountable to them, you have to be accountable to head coaches, you have to be accountable to the owner. There's so many people. Antonio Brown is a good example. He fucked up a lot, and Patriots said, nope, get the fuck out of here. Like, I think when it comes to
I don't know if you remember the 90s Cowboys, but that doesn't hold water in every.
Not in every case, but like. Well, certainly with mixed martial arts, when you're considered a god, it's the same thing that happened to Mike Tyson. You have all these yes men around you tell you, okay, you're doing all the right things, and are afraid to tell you when you're fucking up. That is the biggest killer to any person's career. Is it possible that he's innocent? Maybe, but what's his track record? Thank you, Bob, for the comment, by the way. What is his track record of being innocent?
It's possible he's innocent.
I severely doubt he's innocent. Nobody randomly says, "Oh, that one person show me their dick." Like, it's very rarely that happens unless you show someone your dick. Shonie's coming on in a little bit, hopefully. We just contacted him. We made contact with the International Pip, with Mr. International, who'll be coming on. And Slothmaster, thank you very much for the comment. Yep, Cowboys agreed. Yeah, back in the 90s, they were the America's team, but they were going to like strip clubs and they were banging rocks off of strippers' booties. Like, you know, it comes down to the track record, man. Like, it comes down to track record. When I hear Conor McGregor fucked up, and you know he has habitually stepped over a line over and over and over again. I severely doubt in this instance somebody randomly out of nowhere said Conor McGregor show me their dick. You know, like I don't think Conor McGregor is innocent with this one, and I think it adversely affects his career because he just got arrested. You know, like I think the Conor McGregor era is long in the past, and he's gonna have to do something big, fight a big name in order to get that back. In my personal humble opinion. What do you think, Matt? Who's here in New York?
I also kind of side with Bob that, you know, maybe we're just the jump to culture. Where nobody's innocent. If somebody says, you know, accuses anybody of anything, we just go, yep, got to be true. Somebody said it.
Don't bring the Me Too culture because a lot of the times they're right. Like with Larry Nassar,
no, this is hashtag.
The Me Too movement was right 157 times. It was all proven.
This is hashtag they did it.
Totally fucking. Listen, man. There are very rarely, very seldomly do I see few and far in between that someone's going to blow a whistle on a sexual harassment thing and they're wrong. You know, like I don't think it's people that are like trying to like corner McGregor or trying to get money out of him or trying to. Oh, well, actually, no, Bob, you're absolutely right because there is one instance. One lady said that she had Conor McGregor's kid, did a DNA test, and it wasn't Conor McGregor's kid. So I do agree in that regards. So that's one time that Conor McGregor was innocent. But you know, one time. So you know,
good point, Bob.
We'll wait till see things how we'll see Stevie Wonder. We'll see how things play out.
You know what they say about one time, right?
What?
It leads to 2 times.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
So maybe he isn't.
But he's now in retirement, you know, like what there are hints, there are subtle hints that Conor McGregor's going to return, but you know, it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. I don't think I think he's looking for that big payday fight, and you know, like, will it ever come? Will Conor McGregor come out of retirement? I'm sick of the whole song dance. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing him in the news. I'm sick of seeing him getting arrested over and over and over again. I'm sick of I'm retired, I'm not retired, just to leverage some more money out of the UFC. I'm sick of the song and dance. I'm sick of the drama. Get the superstars in the ring, get the big fights to happen, and just shut the fuck up. Like, make a deal, meet in the middle, 50-50. You're not bigger than the sport. The sport has gone on without Conor McGregor. You know, fuck that shit. You know, I'm sick of the song and dance. I'm sick of it. You know? They just made Colby Covington and Tyler Woodley, who fucking hate each other. And shout out to Colby Covington. I know people hate him, but he was on my podcast, and he's actually a great guy. He plays a character. So I'm sorry to, you know, burst your bubble, but, you know, he plays a character. But big fight, you know, Colby Covington had his war with the UFC about money. He didn't go into retirement. And also Tyler Woodley, same thing. They made the big fights happen. I'm sick of the song and dance. Like, just get into the ring. Stop retiring. Stop the hoopla. Stop getting arrested for showing your balls. Like, just make the big fights happen. Hello, Mr. Gabe.
How is my leg now?
It's a lot better. I can work with it.
Not. Okay.
And I think we are here.
Do we have Shonie?
I think so. Oh.
Yeah, we'll give him a minute to get his camera working right.
Listen, guys, this is live podcasting. Obviously, technical issues are a part of it. So, Gabe, what do you think about Conor McGregor?
Who cares?
Yeah, that's pretty much consensus right now. I mean,
you're talking about him. I like he's irrelevant. He's not fighting. He's in Monaco or something. Who cares about Conor McGregor? Genuinely, like I do not give two shits about Conor McGregor. Don't care.
but that's like the bait on the hook to bring in casual fans to watch the sport. So whether we like it or not, Conor McGregor is that bait on the hook to get the typical passerby to watch and view mixed martial arts. So whether we like it or not, he is that necessary evil. So, he gets arrested again. He's fucking up his life. As a fighter, as a former fighter, Gabe, like, is it because he has the wrong people around him? Like, what's the issues with him?
My personal feeling is it's much like a Kardashian. He needs attention. He yearns for attention, and he's going to do shit to make people talk about him. And guess what? Success. He's still relevant because you're talking about him. Who gives a fuck about Conor McGregor? Who cares? He fought one time. He fought a broken Donald Cerrone, and then he goes into obscurity. But he does shit so we talk about him. Fuck Conor McGregor. That's what I have to say.
Fair enough. But what we were just talking and leading into the topic, we're talking about how Colby Covington is now going to fight Tyron Woodley. What do you think about that fight?
I actually like. I trained with Tyron. He came to Team Quest when I was training there. Tough guy. And this is when before he's in Strike Force. Unfortunately, he's been on a bit of a losing streak. And I hope that he comes back and is strong. I think it's a good matchup. Colby's very unlikable, but even with that, you can't deny he has a skill set.
Right. Yeah, and Colby has a lot in his arsenal.
Is that working?
Yeah, I think Major Leg. We're waiting for Mr. Carter, but before we get Mr. Carter on, I like Colby. I love Tyron Woodley. I'm a big fucking Woodley fan, like huge Tyron Woodley fan. But Colby Covington has so much tools in his tool chest. Like he punches in volume. He's a southpaw. He can shoot takedowns from both southpaw and orthodox. His takedown defense is super good. He's always gonna have his foot on the gas. And Tyron Woodley is also coming off a 2-fight losing streak. This is a really bad matchup for Tyron Woodley, and this is also a must-win situation because you lose 3 times in a row. That's the final nail in the coffin. And UFC likes to say 3 strikes and you're out, and they fire you. I mean, I don't know, Gabe. I think Colby Covington is definitely going to be the favorite in this fight. It's a scary matchup, really scary matchup from Tyron Woodley. Just saying.
I agree with that. I think Tyron being in the he's in actually might, because he knows he's lost 2 fights. I guarantee you he knows he's lost 2 fights. I know that he knows that this fight is pivotal for him. So I hope that my feeling is that Tyron is going to come in strong. I hope it's enough. Because I hate that Colby, regardless of his personality, he's a talent.
Right. Kyle Mish said, "Well, will be the next Strikeforce turn UFC fighter to head to Bellator." I think that's the move. If Tyron Woodley, he's getting up there. He's I believe he's 38 years old. He's had a long career. He's fought the who's who. He's fought in every single major promotion. If he can't hang anymore, but it's not a matter of hanging because he's also fighting the top talent in the world consistently. So, will he beat everybody outside the top 10? Absolutely. But he's also not fighting anyone outside the top 10. He's ranked number 6. He's fighting top talent. So it's not necessarily an L in my eyes. It's not necessarily that Tyron Woodley is dwindling. It's just that he's fighting really fucking good talent. I don't know why they made this fight happen on a Tyron Woodley 2-fight losing streak. I don't know why Tyron Woodley didn't agree to it. I thought maybe a better idea would set him up with somebody else. But we also have Mr. International, ShonieCarter. What's going on, brother?
Hey, it's going a lot better since I got my Wi-Fi signal changed.
We lost him.
What's up, Shoney? Oh, and he's gone.
We lost ShonieCarter. We're all having technical issues.
Deep in the night.
OGs of the sport, they just don't have the Wi-Fi.
Listen, these guys paved the way for all of us young bucks. We wouldn't be here doing a podcast. Exactly. We wouldn't be here doing a podcast if it wasn't for guys like Gabe.
Working perfect.
And we are. What's going on, man?
For me, this is always fun. Yeah. This is the
So,
third
Shonie,
interview of the day.
what have you been up to, brother?
What have I not been up to?
Yeah, man. What have you been doing?
Oh my God, I'm a trainer at the Yorktown UFC gym just outside Chicago.
Yo, I'm about to kill somebody. Like, I just want to talk to him. Crazy. Unbelievable.
I can see him.
I thought my internet connection was bad.
You guys must have internet provider.
If you watch Wednesday's show, you will get zero technical issues. But on Thursdays, whole different ball game, guys. And we are back with Shonie. Did you get working yet?
I'm back.
So, like you were saying, you're now a head trainer at the Yorktown UFC gym. What else have you been up to, brother?
What else? I got cast in a movie with 50 Cent.
No shit.
And I got contacted about fighting Dada 5000 for the King of the Streets title belt in my.
Oh my God!
All right, I want you to fucking kill me right now. Let's do it. Put me out of my misery.
He dropped a Dada 5000 fight, and then he just bails out. I'm telling you, we're working on the same. We're working on the same internet stream, obviously.
Well, see, this is the thing. Like, you guys paved the way for all of us to do podcasts, so you guys are allowed to have technical issues. So that's how I feel about it. So you guys can have technical issues all day long.
Yeah,
We wouldn't be here doing podcasts if it wasn't for you guys. So, fuck it. So you got contacted by Dada 5000, 50 Cent. Like, what's been going on with that, man?
Well, they contacted me today. Well, yesterday, excuse me. So I told them to send me a contract via email since they're still talking about it. So I'm waiting.
So 50 Cent's getting back into the fight game. Oh, fuck me, man. Fuck me, man. Unfucking believable. And do we just lose Matt too? Yo, we just lost the production guy. Yo, this is the greatest show ever. Oh, you're back now.
I'm gonna jump out and see if I can't work on this. Hold on.
Okay, go work on it. So, Gabe, how's it feel to be the biggest? I'm sorry. What were you saying, sir?
I'm sorry. The what?
So Matt's no longer here. So I'm gonna humbly.
You said the biggest what?
No. So now that Matt's not here, I get to humble brag about you for a little bit. So how's it feel to be a fucking legend? And same thing I can say to Mr. Carter. So, Shonie. So
yeah.
And I'm so sorry we keep getting disconnected, but so you got contacted by 50 Cent, Dada 5000 today. What's the deal with that?
Well, I'm going to be in a movie with 50 Cent. I don't know when I'm getting the script to start practicing. Dada 5000's people want me. I say, okay, make it a title fight and make some numbers count. Make them big, because essentially it's got to have some prestige behind it. And nothing's more prestigious than me winning yet another belt. Since all these kids are fighting for a Bellator or UFC belt, which is a good start.
I'm losing my religion, man. There is no God right now. Guys, if you're watching from home, I do apologize.
I will tell you this.
What's up?
Don't apologize. Just go with it. Just go with it.
This
is classic Shonie. You're getting classic ShonieCarter right now.
I'm afraid to ask you a question because I don't want him like popping. I'm gonna get him for like 30 seconds.
No, it's frustrating.
Oh, there he is.
Here he is.
There he is. So what were you saying?
So I have a 3-year-old daughter, and her birthday's coming up on September 23rd. My oldest is 27. That's my daughter. I have a 19 and a 15-year-old boy, and a 2-year-old daughter, and a 1-year-old granddaughter. So, literally, my daughter's going to be 3. So I'm dealing with potential fights, movies, and birthdays. I had my 2 boys' birthday back to back, and then I got.
And he's gone like a thief in the night.
This is the greatest episode we ever did, man. Just saying.
It's pretty good.
Not in New York.
It's pretty good.
Hey, you know what?
My daughter's birthday is the 24th.
Happy birthday.
And Shonie is I think Shonie is 30 years older than I am.
Oh, where is it?
Take off your mask.
I know. I left it.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I saw that video.
Everybody back.
Everybody's
Hold
back.
up, y'all. I gotta grab a mask.
Okay, right on.
My son's birthday's today. FYI.
Boom. It's a mask. I make them.
Happy
I'm back.
birthday to your son, Matt.
Russ.
And happy birthday to your kids too, Shawnee.
Huh?
Happy birthday to your family too. Fuck, I missed that. I didn't even get to wish happy birthday. What the fuck is going on with this episode right now, guys? Shit.
I can't even tell where he's at. Is he in Vegas
Best
or
episode ever.
New York?
So I gave up alcohol
He's at my house.
for Sober September, and I'm deeply regretting it.
He's using my dial-up. Shonie and I work in the same dial-up.
I don't
I
even
just
think
give
you
it.
guys
I
are
give it
on
all
dial-up.
up.
I think you guys might be on carrier pigeon.
What's up, Shawnee? Yo, I like your mask. Yo, what a dope mask, man.
This is my COVID mask. It's my COVID mask. I blinged out my COVID masks.
I dig it, brother. So
I gotta show you my other one. I'm gonna get my other one. Hold up.
Please
I
do.
gotta go back inside.
Please do, brother. So, I was about to fucking ask him about 50 Cent and working with Dada. Fuck me in the beard, man. Fuck me. Ugh. So what do you want to talk about, man?
Yeah, just
I'm open to anything right now. I give up. Just saying.
I like
talk
turtles.
about. I like turtles too. Oh,
Hold up.
we got him back.
maybe.
Maybe.
I make masks.
I don't see it yet. Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Let's see if that player has his passport.
There you go. This is my other mask.
God damn, man. I don't see it though.
Oh yeah.
Kyle missed. I don't see it. So you're lagging out a little bit. So well, connection point every time. Yo, Kyle with the comment of the night. Yo, Kyle, you gotta deal with these issues, baby. You gotta deal with them, you know?
I think Gabe had to go get another beer.
Yeah, we made Gabe drink tonight. I picked the wrong month to stop drinking. Just saying.
Kyle, this is like an SNL skit at this point.
Yo, Kyle with the comments. Yo, Kyle's fucking fire comments, son.
Yes, Kyle. Yes, it is.
I love it.
Yes, Kyle. Yes, it is.
Oh, there's your mask. Whoa, holy shit, brother. Did you make that?
This is my COVID mask.
Okay.
That's fucking.
I think I need one.
That's probably the greatest COVID mask I've ever seen in my life.
I'm telling you, listen, I'm making masks. I'm charging people to make masks.
No one can hang with your fucking swagger. Nobody, past or present in mixed martial arts, nobody can hang with your swagger. It's just a fucking fact. So, if you fight Dada 5000, obviously you have a movie commitment with 50 Cent coming up. But like, if you fight Dada 5000, when does it happen?
You know I'm gonna wreck that fool.
I know.
I mean, it's supposed to be in December in Miami.
Right. And I think we lost him again.
I'd go to that.
I
would watch that. Just on. Wait for the lag. Wait for the lag. I would watch that fight. That'd be an entertaining fight.
I agree. And Dada 5000 though, he fights a heavyweight. Well, what?
Yeah, there we go.
I know he is.
Shonie, I think
he's gonna fall hard. He's gonna fall hard.
That's not a smart fight for Dada
cornered
5000.
Shonie at heavyweight.
I'm gonna wreck him. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know
I cornered Shonie.
I'm laughing all the way to the bank.
Sorry, light heavyweight. Light heavyweight.
Dada 5000 is a heavyweight.
Literally, yeah.
You're going to be what weight class are you going to be fighting Dada 5000? Because Dada 5000 is a heavyweight. Not that you couldn't fuck him up anyway, even if you were a featherweight. But
he gonna get his ass whooped by a former welterweight, middleweight, lightweight, light heavyweight, open weight, former wrestler, judo, karate man that's gonna be boxing. You know how messed up that is?
Yeah, I know.
I'm 48 years old. About now.
No.
He was just about to hype up the fight. What is going on? No!
He
ugly.
heavyweight.
He's so damn ugly. His mother
I
fed him
cornered
by long
Shonie at light
distance.
heavyweight.
You did?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
I did.
So,
Right.
so the fight's going to happen December, probably at heavyweight, and obviously, I'm surprised even after retirement from like the UFC and mixed martial arts, actively, I'm surprised you're still willing to get back in there. Like, are there any nerves getting back?
I don't mind.
Really?
Because essentially, to me, it's an addiction that I have, an obsessive compulsive addiction.
Right.
And because my friends years ago challenged me and bet me that who would win the most belts, well, I won.
Obviously. And you got to complete a sentence. We're on to something, boys. You got to complete a sentence. Awesome. We're going to wait for him to come back. This is the greatest episode ever. Just saying. It just went from 6 to midnight. I'm so excited right now. We're gonna get this on track, guys. Stay positive, baby. Positive mind frame. Wait for the lag.
We're gonna do this event. We're gonna do this interview again too.
Yeah, let's circle back because obviously there's a lot of lag. I don't want to take up a lot of your time. Obviously, you're making more than enough effort to get back on here, but let's circle back. Let's try to get you back on here because I want to talk about your awesome career. I want to talk about your awesome fights and talk about your upcoming fight with Dada 5000.
Oh my God, yeah. I got a bunch to tell y'all too. So let's just do this again.
Yeah, we'll circle back, brother. You're the man. You're one of my heroes growing up, so I'd love to talk to you again. Awesome. So we'll get him back.
Nope.
We'll get him back, guys.
Not today. Not today.
Oh, but he was just And that was going to be an awesome interview because we were going to talk about 50 Cent. We were going to talk about, his movie coming up and going to 50 Cent's movie and upcoming fight with Dada 5000. But, taking a fight, that's a scary concept at 48 years old. But if anyone could pull it off, it's Mr. International. But goddamn, man, like 48. Gabe, would you fight at 48 years old?
Yes. No.
It's so risky,
I would
man.
not.
I don't know, man.
Listen. I'm 43. I am 43 years old, and that sounds horrible.
I think mixed martial artists.
Even
I think when it comes to mixed martial artists, you guys. Yes, sir.
All right, it's tough, man. But you know what? Shonie's one of those guys. He's gonna do what he's gonna do, and he's gonna fight, and he's gonna put his, put his foot forward and do what he does. I guess. I don't know, man. Everyone's different.
But you also cornered Shonie. Can you tell me that story?
So on the lag, are we there? Let's make sure we're.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so so at WEC, Shonie was going to fight light heavyweight, and there was nobody there, and I wasn't fighting that night. I was just there, and he was like, "Hey, man, will you corner me?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he actually fought a guy that I know pretty well, and Shonie fought hard, man. It was a fucking battle. He lost, but he was so much smaller than the guy. So much smaller. And he went out there and he did not fucking give two shits. He went out there to fight. And you got to respect the man for that.
It's so risky, especially when you – and Gabe, you guys fought in the old school. So obviously you fought where, there wasn't the crowds there. Rules were kind of like touch and go. Like you guys fought wars and battles. This is like the best era of mixed martial arts and probably the most brutal battles. Chuck Liddell – his fights in Brazil with guys like Jose Pele and his fights in Japan with Alistair Overeem and fucking Guy Mesner and those are the wars that take fucking years off of somebody's career. Gabe and Shonie fought during that generation. So it blows my mind at 48 you want to still continue fighting after you did it all. You fought through fucking the hardest generation. You fought through it, and now you want to fight modern day. Props to Shonie. That's a lot of fucking balls. Don't you agree, Gabe?
Yeah. I mean, I if Shonie was here, I would talk to him more about it. I think it might be more of a financial thing. For me, I don't think that the financial revenue is worth. Putting myself in harm's way, but Shonie's a G man. He'll go in there and doesn't care. But I would fight. I'd fight MMA against Dada 5000. I'm 43 and I'd fight Dada 5000.
That's a fight you would take. Really?
I take it tomorrow.
I don't think necessarily Dada 5000.
Are you kidding me?
Did you ever see his fight with Kimbo Slice? It was not pretty. Kimbo Slice fucking dolly-whopped that man. And they fought to the death. I mean, those guys, I think Dada said that his heart stopped in the middle of the fight.
Why do you think I said I would fight him tomorrow?
Because he would probably die in the ring and have a heart attack.
I wouldn't say that at all unless I knew that I was confident. I saw that fight and I was like, I would beat him off of the couch after my third beer.
But so I think it's not necessarily just from a monetary standpoint. I think, and Gabe, you have to correct me if you're. I've never fought on your stage in your shoes. I literally do not know. I'm talking. I fought in Amy, so obviously I'm not in Gabe's place. I'm not even fucking in his league. But Is it something about the roar of the crowd that you miss, walking out, that adrenaline rush? Because, even as somebody that hasn't fought, I haven't fought since 2017, I put in my headphones and I always get that vivid, picture of walking out, making my entrance, crowd fucking screaming, people going crazy. Is it just, I don't think it's just necessarily the monetary. I think it's also, don't you miss the scream of the crowd?
That's part of it. That's a part of it for sure. But I mean, it's a minor part. Jesus. We're having all types of technical difficulties.
It happens, man. It's all gravy, brother. It's all gravy. This is the wash episode.
Yes, I think we won't put this on the Roku TV or smart TV.
No, fuck it. No, Matt, you definitely put this episode on. This episode is fucking peanut butter and hilarious. You definitely put this episode on. This episode is fucking awesome. And the comments saved this episode. So thank you for commenting.
The comments are great.
Comments are fucking fire tonight. You guys are awesome.
Did anybody watch the fights last night? As far as, or not last night, but last week or whatever, with the Mike Rodriguez fight with Ed?
Juan Rodriguez, by the way, good hearing from you, Juan, who's there. Just said what's up. No, I did not watch the fights. I was preoccupied with some other shit, but and Matt, by the way, is in New York, so welcome to my territory, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. So Mike was called for a low blow with to Ed after, it was just about done. The fight was just about ended. Mike took him to task, was whooping his ass, and then it was horrible. 2 kicks. One was called as a knees, I should say. One was called as a low blow. Ref stopped it, and I thought he was stopping it because he thought Ed was out, but he was calling it as a low blow. So what ends up happening is Ed takes the entire time that he can and recovers from the ass whooping he had just. And then, one thing I wonder is, why they have like a ref that's on the on an instant review camera, whatever.
Right. So it's all strategic. So Ed Herman did not get kicked in the balls. He does live videos off of Facebook all the time and feeds. Blah blah blah. I just saw the comment right now. I'm sorry, man. He does live videos off of Facebook all the time, and the feeds are always perfect. This makes no sense, but it's hilarious. Bob, thank you, brother. Bob's comments. You the real MVP. You saved this episode. So, Bob, you're the fucking man, brother. You better tune in every single episode. Dude, I'm going to give you more shout-outs than fucking Carter has liver pills. Thank you, brother. Save this fucking episode. So, and Gabe, now you can add this insight. So I'll catch you up on the conversation, Gabe. So Ed Herman took all the time from quote-unquote getting kicked right in the fucking Harvard graduate maker. He got kicked right in the Harvard graduate maker, but he took all the injury time to recover, shake out the berries and everything like that, and everything, and then they show an instant replay. He did not get kicked. Did not get kicked in the balls. But it's all strategic. It's all based on angles. Sometimes people get kicked in the thigh, and they'll take that injury time. Sometimes when you get punched, if you get rattled, spit out a mouthpiece, and then kind of take the time to pick up the mouthpiece, catch your breath, put it back in your teeth. Especially if you're getting wobbled. I mean, it's all strategic. Like Gabe, isn't that like a main strategy? If you're tired, if you get wobbled, spitting out the mouthpiece, faking a kick to the balls, doing any of that other shit.
I would hope that we all play things as we're all sportsmen and we want to play things as realistic as possible. But the reality is that you're going to take advantage of every rule. You're going to take advantage of things, and There have been many fights that I've had where the refs go, "Do you get kicked in the balls?" I'm like, "No, I didn't get kicked in the balls." I heard about the fight. I saw the highlights of it. Ed gamed it. I mean, he's a veteran, and why wouldn't you in a scenario where you're rocked? I personally felt that he was done and should have honorably said no. That's not the case, but I mean, honor doesn't win fights sometimes.
Honor doesn't pay the bills, too.
Honor does not pay the bills, my friend. And these are all strategically placed things and variables where you can play the rules to your advantage. Like, for instance, here's a good example, Gabe. And I don't know if you know about, like, obviously you know about this. I'm fucking stupid. So if someone's rocked, if you're standing up and you have one knee to the floor, they can't hit you. They can't, hit you with a strike or anything like that because technically you're down. You have one knee down. They're not allowed to strike. They're not allowed to hit you. So, you can play that to your advantage. The referee will probably call you on your bullshit, but if you get rocked, go down to one knee. The guy can't hit you. Just shoot a takedown from there or something. You can play the rules to your advantage like that. Spit out a mouthpiece. Take your breath. If you get rocked, go down to one knee. Shoot for a takedown or something. Just to, kind of get your wits about you,
Well, in California for a while, I'm not sure if this was nationally, but you had to have either one hand on or one hand, two hands on or one hand off. And if you had one hand off the mat, then you were able to knee. But if you had both hands down, you could not be kneed. So people would play the rule of whenever they felt they were uncomfortable, they put both hands on the ground. I personally felt it was kind of cheap, but I mean, if you're playing by what the rules abide by, is it really cheap or not? My personal feeling is yes, because as men, we're going in to go do combat, right? And we should, but as was stated, is that doesn't win fights, that doesn't put money in pocket. So, like, if when we're doing games of blood games that where there's money involved, I guess you should play every rule possible to ensure that you're going to win.
Right. Gotcha. But, you got to play the rules to your advantage. I mean, let's look at boxing. Clinching is a big part of the strategic process, and referees break it up all the time. Nobody's supposed to be clinching all the time. Lennox Lewis, when he fought Mike Tyson in 2002, every time Mike Tyson came in like the matador, Lennox Lewis just clinched him up, kept clinching him up. Jab, 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 keep him out of the pocket. When Mike Tyson came in, that's when he clinching up, just because he didn't want to fight Mike Tyson on the inside. I mean, it's just, I always felt like it's using the rules to your advantage. And as a sportsman, I know it's about being men and competitors. And Gabe, you're cut from a different cloth, and you're just fucking, you should have been born during the caveman days because you had done an outstanding job. But, it's just, from a sportsman standpoint, it's just using the rules to your advantage, just like clinching and boxing. I always thought of it like using the rules to your advantage. Like, there's a lot of dumb rules. Like the 12-6 elbow should definitely not be illegal. But a bunch of guys saw fucking karate movies and said, okay, that's illegal. Like, there are a bunch of dumb rules. But, I always felt like from a sportsman standpoint, that those were like, rules that you can kind of like tweak and like use to your advantage, kind of like football and other sports,
Well, so we abide by rules, and there are rules in place for whatever reason they're in place. My personal feeling is we are going in there to do combat, and combat is what is going to happen. In the scenario that we're talking about, Herman utilized the rule set to ensure he had time to rest, to rest and to recover. And you know what? I don't agree with it, but I also understand and respect it because that won him the fight. Now, the other guy he's justified in being upset, and it was his fight. It was his fight. But you know what? It's not a street fight. It is not a fight in the gym. It is a fight where you have to abide by the rules, and the referee is really at fault in that scenario, not anyone else.
Yeah, what I'd like to know is, can we can we interject the replay into this, where you have a referee that watches the replay and goes, "Hey, that was not a low kick. Fight again."
I think personally, the biggest argument shouldn't be that nut shot. It should be the decision, because I don't know. Gabe, do you agree with that decision? Because I'm not sure I agree with it.
What do you mean decision? I thought it was a finish.
Was it a finish? Well, am I thinking of a different fight?
Yeah, no, he finished it.
Oh, he finished it. Oh, I'm thinking of a different fight. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. Apologize about that.
He
did a Kimura or something like that. He cranked his arm.
That was the controversy.
He put his toes in the cage. He put his toes in the cage as well to get the rollover, which is also technically illegal. So the real person at fault there is the referee, right?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like the referee is supposed to abide by rules. The referee is supposed to be the person that states if it's a low blow or not, and if you're making mistakes. So Herman is just fighting. You know what? Like, if the referee's going to give him the option of, oh, yeah, that was a low blow, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to rest. He's basically knocked out. Why wouldn't he take advantage of the referee's mistake?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Very good point. Very good point. So Matt, what do you think? Should we wrap it up early, considering technical issues? You're in New York. What do you think?
I think there might be some old timer internet service provider issues.
There might be. And guys, come on, brother, you're a fucking legend. You can do whatever you want, sir. But nevertheless,
I promise you. This is my promise to you and the listeners. Next week, I'll have this all squared away.
Yeah, man, sir. And hopefully ShonieCarter comes back. We're going to have Don Fry on here. We're going to have a bunch of great guests. Technical issues. I'm so sorry. If you enjoyed this episode with all the technical issues, really do appreciate you staying on. Really do appreciate the comments. Keep commenting. Bob fucking saved the night. He's a real MVP of fucking commenting. So for all of us on Thursday show, also catch us on Wednesday for the ladies' night. What's next week, man?
Next week we got Kevin Kroom and Mike Rodriguez, actually the one that lost the fight due to the fake dick kick.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that, and we'll talk about in depth with him, and we'll talk about, and obviously it's controversial, and obviously he'll give more insight because he was in the cage, and I can't wait to talk about it too and talk to this gentleman. But from all of us at the Fight Mixer, first, Gabe, do you have any last parting words, my friend?
It's going to be in delay anyway, so no.
And Matt, the great producer, any last words?
No, just if anybody can go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd like to start getting subscribers over there. And if you got a smart TV and want to watch us while you're lounging around on the TV, you can download the smart apps and watch us. So a lot more good guests we know.
And definitely tune into this episode, because this episode proves that you're never too young for your first Vietnam flashback. Thank you very much, everybody, to tune in to the Fight Mixer. Kyle, thank you very much for tuning in, brother. We'll see you next week. Tune in on Wednesday for Ladies' Night. From Matt, the producer, David Potter, the big dick bandit of all of MMA, signing off from the Fight Mixer. We'll see you next week. Peace.
We'll see all you drinkers later.
Hi, I'm Matt Seibel, producer of the Fight Mixer Show. We have a good lineup of guests coming up next week. Take a look for yourself.